So, dumbbell row. I think dumbbell row is maybe the most difficult exercise to teach that most people would look at and say, that's a really simple exercise. Most people would look at dumbbell row and say, okay, put your hand on the bench, grab the dumbbell, row it. How hard can it be? If you've ever worked with middle school kids, you will realize it is extremely difficult, because what you really have to do is you've got to get them to figure out hip position, you've got to get them to figure out spine position, and then you've got to get them to figure out the rowing action. So there's for an exercise where you really look and think, it's really just my shoulder and elbow moving, there's a tremendous amount going on. We have a bunch of ways to teach this, and I'm not going to tell you there's one best way, because we still are struggling with, okay, what is the best way to do this? Normally we would like to teach, we're going to say to somebody, actually I'll probably do it facing you, that I'm going to set up, we like a squat type position, so that again, we've got knee over toe, but knee over toe from an abduction standpoint. And then we're going to be able to try to get that person to arch their back, hand down. This is the way I would look at this and think the easiest way to do it. And I want my shoulder blade to be protracted, and then I want to retract. I want to be moving my shoulder blade. I don't want to lock in here and just move my shoulder. But I don't want a big, heavy lawnmower action. I don't want this rotary component of this kind of stuff. That's not what we're looking for either. The problem becomes, okay, what do you do when you don't get that? Some people will say, hey, let's go, go hand and knee on the bench, go this way. For some people, that works. The other thing that we've done, I like straddling the bench, because if I straddle the bench, this knee now is prevented from caving in. So I'm going to get myself in a better position this way and be able to teach dumbbell row. But we've got to be able to look at it and think, getting somebody in the right lumbar position, getting somebody in the right hip position, and then getting somebody to actually negotiate the rowing part of the movement is not an easy thing to do. It's a really complicated exercise. It's going to take you a lot of time if you're trying to teach it to beginners. So I think you've got to be able to look at dumbbell row and say, it looks simple, but it is not going to be simple to teach.